My name is Terrell Hope, and I'll be talking about removing barriers to special education success in Wilkinson County. The promise versus the reality of IDEA funding. IDEA was designed to cover 40% of the excess cost of educating students with disability. In true, federal funding today covers less than 15%, as low as 13%, a massive shortfall from the promised commitment. Who pays the rest? Nationwide, about 9 to 14% federal, 45 to 46% state, and 46 to 46% local funding covers special education costs. Local and state sources often must compensate for the gap, which burdens rural districts like my own Wilkinson County. Paperwork overload and teacher burnout. Government Accountability Office, abbreviated as GAO, reports excessive administrative and paperwork burdens on special education staff with limited relief from pilot programs and model forms. Novice special ed teachers often leave early due to the intensity and irrelevance of paperwork. Documentation can overshadow student teaching time. And as a special educator, I can speak on this because sometimes it does get overwhelming and you feel like you're overloaded, especially when with special education you have deadlines that you have to meet. And sometimes you might have things like contacting the parent, like difficulties with contacting the parents, or you need something, but you don't have access to it. So you have to wait for certain people to, get you the information you need, and like if a student transfer into and he or she get added to your caseload, then you have to hope that the paperwork has been transferred over. Staffing crisis in Georgia. Nearly 20% annual turnover of special education teachers in Georgia has been reported. Rural districts like my own, Wilkinson County, find it difficult to recruit and retain qualified staff, largely due to low pay, certification barriers, and burnout. Local impact on Wilkinson County High School. Low federal IDEA funding forces use of general education funds, diminishing resources for all students. Teachers are overburdened with compliance tasks, reducing instructional time, and increasing turnover. Rural staffing shortages mean our students don't receive consistent, high quality special education. Policy and practical solutions. Number one, fully fund IDEA. Lobby Georgia's General Assembly and our U.S. representatives advocate for federal funding to meet 40% of IDEA costs as originally intended. Number two, reduce burden of compliance. Encourage Georgia Department of Education to adapt, streamline IEP paperwork, and make greater use of model forms and pilot waivers to relieve teachers. Number three, build and retain local workforce. Expand tuition reimbursement, loan forgiveness, and mentorship pipelines through partnerships with regional colleges. Encourage expansions of Georgia's teachers retention programs to support rural special educators. A brighter path forward. Increased funding gives all teachers the tools they need. Less paperwork means more instructions and less burnout. Local recruitment and retention builds long-term stability. Together, we can dismantle barriers and ensure every student in Wilkinson County and beyond receives the quality education they deserve. Here are my references. Are there any questions?